Last year, Whitefish Bay trustees started a program where nearby 400 sewer laterals will be lined or replaced in the southern part of the village. The village plans to build a homeowner for the repairs. Would you vote to continue this program and force all residents to repair their laterals? If it's proven that sump pumps are more effective, would you consider changing the program and require sump pumps instead of lateral replacement? Kevin, we'll start with.
I don't know the exact cost of what either of those would be. I mean, I have a house that's 50 years old that has a sump pump in it. It was there when I moved in. I have put a backup battery on it, just in case something did happen. And I had my sewer lateral replaced. It was the March, right before the flooding, actually, March of 2010. That must have been a separate project. And I was billed for that, and I'm paying for that work to be done. Again, I'm not sure. I don't know if there are studies. Is there a proven fact that sump pumps will work and will really make none of these things happen again? All the homes that were affected, none of them have sump pumps. I guess I really don't know what the answer would be. Either way, there's going to be some money involved, whether it's assessment or the work to get a sump pump put in. I don't think that's a very inexpensive process to have it put into a 50, 60, 70-year-old house. So I guess my answer is yes. One of those things has to be done. I don't know the numbers exactly for the differences, but either way, it's not going to be easy for the residents to swallow, really. But unless you want another flood again, something really has to be done.
All right, thank you. Jay?
I like, again, the plan that we are proposing that's already been approved by the board. It includes lining all the laterals in the homes in the village. It also includes the work that's going to be done in Cahill Park to retain water when we have excessive flooding. We're putting in larger pipes on the southwest side of the village to create more flow into Estabrook Park and then into the river, and also on Lancaster. We're disconnecting from Shorewood's sewer lines. These are big, big steps that are taking place, and I think they're going to make a tremendous amount of difference. And there are other steps that are going to be taken in subsequent years, but I think you'll see quite a bit of difference in the next couple of years. Sump pumps are extremely expensive. 75% of the homes in this village do not have sump pumps. And compared to lining the laterals, it would be a gigantic cost, and one we should not take, at least certainly mandated, unless it's absolutely required. And I think these other steps are going to address the problem, and we should do those first.
All right, thank you. Ken?
Well, I think one thing that should be considered is reviewing the results of the initial relinings for the first quadrant of the village, of the section that were going to be done, and seeing how things improve from there. I know inflow and infiltration of stormwater in these laterals is a big issue. There's no getting around it, and everybody's going to share their fair share of financial pain for this, but it's something that has to be done.
Robert?
We have to keep the stormwater and the groundwater out of the sanitary sewer lines. The question assumed that we could either install sump pumps or line laterals, and it's an either-or proposition. The fact is we have to line the laterals to make sure they don't leak, and we have to install sump pumps so that your foundation drains on the 73% of the homes in the village that have foundation drains aren't dumping stormwater into the sanitary lateral. During a storm, in theory, the same amount of wastewater should be flowing in a sanitary sewer lateral as flows in that lateral during a dry period. We get the surcharging when we dump stormwater and groundwater into our sanitary laterals, and then it gushes up through our floor drains. So we have to solve the problem by disconnecting foundation drains. Houses built after 1954 have sump pumps. Our housing stock in the village is older. We have to upgrade it. And everybody with a leaky lateral has to bear the cost of fixing their own lateral. It's their property, just like you have to fix your roof.
All right, thank you. Carl?
I am in concurrence with the current village approach. It's a phased approach whereby we're in part of the village now, inspecting laterals, replacing those that are broken. I cannot endorse any mandating of sump pumps, which will cost exponentially more than repairing a lateral. I think once we get through phase one of this, which is inspect and repair the laterals that are broken, complete the Cahill project, our engineers will measure where we're at, see how to proceed and go from there. But again, I think we mentioned it earlier, it's a balancing act, and we're talking about $104 million, and I don't believe that includes aligning of these laterals, so that's it.